Tell us about Stetson.
Probably the biggest lineup that will Scott. I mean, I say that, but I don't know for sure. But it's hard to imagine a bigger starting lineup. 7 foot, 6'10", 6'7", 6'6", 6'5". Very big. Winning fabric program. I'm going to the NCAA tournament last year. But they're very big, and they got some guys that can really go downhill. They got some high major transfers, and really well coached. Run a lot of stuff offensively, but I've been impressed by their big wings being able to go downhill. So that they got some size that can put it on the deck.
Porter, I want to ask a couple of signing day questions here. Once you landed Fears, did that change your attitude or approach to wanting a guard for the 2025 class?
I feel like we got two really good young guards in Jeremiah and Dayton. Really excited about that. And we kind of just pushed the pause button on trying to sign some real young guards. We knew we needed size regardless. So we just, we really liked Dayton and Jeremiah. And so we kind of pushed the pause button on some guards just to see where we're at. And, and I think we got, with Andreas, it's just he's different. He's 7 foot and he's not this plodding kid. He is mobile. He runs. He can knock down threes. He's athletic. He is way above the rim and he's just unique as a 7 foot wing. Kai is just a physical, Macheris used to love talking about wingspans of bigs. And, Kai's got a 7'4" wingspan. But I think he gives you a physical 6'10" presence with his body, with his passing. So I think we added some size. Did we get clear on the other one? Yes. Great. Alec, I can talk about Alec, is another long wing. Alec's so unique because he also has really long arms. I love two-sport athletes. I think two-sport athletes there's a lot of characteristics I love about it. And I know people would be doing the Ryan Miner comparison because he's doing baseball, but he is, in that region, people talk about his baseball as much as almost more so than his basketball. And he's got tools in basketball to be, he's high level, but even beyond. I mean, he is athletic, big wing at 6'6", he's 6'7". So we added length. We added mobility because we're going to lose some length, mobility, and that was kind of the focus in the signing class. So long question to answer. When we signed Fears late, we had two young guards. We just kind of wanted to play that one out and kind of push the pause button and see where we're at.
And then going back to Blair, what have those conversations been like between you and Skip and trying to make this work?
Skip and his staff were phenomenal, and it was fun pairing up with him. Their program has a lot of energy. They recruit with energy. We did, I think, tag teaming with Skip and his staff was great, and we are going to work with him, to make it happen. I think that's part of it too, of talking to Skip and let's make this work, So he's going to have his time there, although he is on basketball scholarship. But I like I said, I love two-sport athletes. I just think there's a discipline about them. There's a maturity about it, and an understanding. I just think there's a lot of great things, and I think he's going to be really successful doing both. And it was, Skip and his staff are first class and just high energy, very hardworking, thorough, and we're going to make it work.
The Porter Fund, yes. The red shirt rule is still, if you play 1 minute, you blow your red shirt.
Yes.
Now, the football, they've changed.
Oh, I know.
So would you like to see this change?
Yes.
Basketball.
Yes.
How many games do you think would be fair?
25. But no, I think football's, they're getting rules done. They're way ahead of basketball, and it's been that way for decades. I think women's basketball is way ahead of a lot of things. We were waiting for an answer all fall, and we never got an answer. I think it's great that football can play 4 games before and then redshirt. we're at 0. So if you play 1 second, it's the whole year. So yeah, I wish they address it for men's basketball.
Do you feel with COVID now in the rearview mirror, the COVID guys, that more players would want to, like you had one player last year that did? Or do you feel like with the transfer portal and things, it's really not, it's going to be kind of a moot point moving forward?
You know, it's an interesting question because I don't think there's one solid answer. You know, with that, having the question be, you know, do you think kids want to with the COVID? You know what? NIL is a big factor. Some kids want to come in and play right away, so
they get in
their value goes up.
Yeah.
Some guys want to know they need to improve. You know, it's so it's just a balance of talking to them, their situation. We've done it here and getting guys to improve. It's not easy though. I mean, there's a lot of talk. I mean, nothing's said, but there's a lot of talk about going to just 5 years, flat out 5 years. That is talk about it. Just giving kids 5 years. So then the red shirt thing will just go away. Again, that's not in stone. That's just you hear. That's been a lot of talks. Is giving guys 5 years. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to end up. But I've always. It's been and obviously the transfer rules change it. But we used to get transfers, and they'd have to redshirt, and we'd get them better. Yeah. And guys get better. Sometimes when you redshirt, let's say you have 2 kids, and one redshirts. He's going through the whole year mentally knowing, I'm in a path just to get better. I'm not having the anxiety, am I getting in this game or not getting in this game? Then the other one doesn't redshirt, then he goes, has anxiety of playing 4 minutes or not playing and all that, and you're not on a track to get better. So I do think there's such positives of just knowing you're going to redshirt and be on a track with your nutrition, with your body, with your strength, and your skill development to get better. Big believer in that.
Saying that is cool, all redshirt.
I was going to see how many seconds it took to ask that question as a follow-up, and 1 second, that was the under. Don't know yet. That's the thing of it. Like, there's been conversations, and you know, just not putting them in there just in the early game without having that just solid decision yet. So it leaves you room still being this early, but like if you throw them in the end of either one of those games, especially the first one, it counts. It counts. So we're just still talking through it, those situations.